people to come on. Hello. Hi, everybody. I hope you're all having a beautiful day today. The sun is shining. I hope you're happy and healthy wherever you are in the world. I hope that you're receiving this with love and you are having a beautiful day, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. And you're feeling grateful for today. A new day, sun shines out over here in Australia, and life is good. I'm jumping on because I feel that I need to address something that happened last night, and I want to be completely transparent and open with my tribe or the people on here, whoever is following me. I have to be very mindful of what I'm about to say because I know there are journalists and reporters watching this or will watch this and are following my every single move. So with that said, something happened last night, but before I say that, I want to start with where this has all started from, and it did start with a few weeks ago when a journalist from the Daily Telegraph reached out to me and said that they were going to run a story, whether I like it or not, and it was best for me to take this opportunity to reply. So I did. I felt like my intuition was calling me to reply because I didn't want them to write anything about me without having my say. So I wanted to have my say, and I did. I chose to have my right of reply, and I posted that on my pages, and this is where it's all started from. Since then, I had no idea that they were going to put that on the front page of the paper, and I am so grateful that they did because it's only given me more exposure. It's only called in more people who need this message. It's only helped sell out my workshops. So it's only been a positive outcome for me. However, since that has happened, I have been inundated with requests and journalists and reporters reaching out to me, wanting an interview. They want a response to something that they're going to write, and they, say that they want to be able to give me a platform to share my side of the story and clear up a few misunderstandings. Now, that has been happening ever since that first initial article came out a few weeks ago. I've had almost every major news outlet in the country reach out to me. So with that said, something happened last night. So I was out at a dinner last night. When I was out at dinner, you probably saw my story if you're following what I'm posting. I posted that I was on a date night with my Hendy Boo, and I tagged where I was. I was in the potting shed in Alexandria. And I just did that, not even really thinking, to be honest. I just posted it, like I didn't think anything of it. I just wanted to post a video of my gorgeous baby and the beautiful setting and surrounding that we were at in the potting shed in Alexandria, which is gorgeous. If you've ever been there for dinner, it's so beautiful and really romantic. And I was meeting a couple of friends there for my birthday dinner. So my birthday was on the weekend, as you've seen, and I met up with a couple of friends who wanted to have dinner with me and celebrate my birthday. And so we had a beautiful dinner, and Hendrix was there, had a great time, and got up, paid the bill, took a photo at the front, and then as we were walking out, I was chatting to my girlfriends, and I was just asking where they'd parked, and then I said, my car's just over here. And as I looked over, I saw a camera crew standing there, and at first I was a bit like, oh, that's weird. And then something kicked in. I'm like, I bet you that's for me. And as they were walking over, a reporter walked over straight in front of me, in my face. And then the camera was right here with a big light. I had my baby in my arms. And she said, hello, my name is, I can't remember her name, but whatever her name was, my name is such and such from A Current Affair. I want to talk to you about your purple rice. And I pretty much said to her, at that point, I was obviously shocked. I was not expecting to have a camera in my face as I walked out of a birthday dinner with my child in my arms, my 11-month-old baby. And I said something along the lines of, like, is this appropriate? You've just shoved a camera in my face. I have my baby in my arms. I've just had a nice dinner with my friends. And they said, well, we've reached out to you on email and you haven't responded, and we basically they wanted an interview out of me. They wanted to talk to me about what has been going on, what I've said about the media and PXP. So once I realized obviously what they were there for, I chose to ignore them. I did not answer any questions. I kept my composure as best I could. I turned to my friends and I said, I'm going to the car. They helped me to my car. They helped me pack my bags up. They held Hendrix as I was packing the car up. And while I was doing this, the camera was in our faces the whole time. They had the big light. The reporter was in my face asking me questions, or questions and questions and questions, just throwing everything at me. She wanted to get a reaction out of me, which I was not going to give her. So packed up my car, put Hendrix in the car. I said goodbye to my friends, thanked them for the beautiful birthday dinner. As this was going on, obviously the reporter kept asking me questions. The camera was right in my face. The microphone was like, you know, they were trying to get anything out of me. They wanted to get a reaction. They wanted to get a response. And so I didn't give that to them. I just said goodbye to my friends, jumped in my car, locked the doors, and drove off. Now, I want to say this because a part of me feels violated that I can't even post something like as innocent as me being out to dinner with my son at a restaurant without having to worry about a camera crew turning up and waiting for me in the car park for me to walk out and then, you know, shove a camera in my face to get a quick interview or get a reaction or something dramatic out of me so that they can then put that with their story that they want to run on a current affair, or any news outlet, to be honest. Any one of them could come up and do that to me in a public setting. And so I want to share that with you guys because I really want you to understand this is real. This is real life, man. The media hype is for real. They are hounding me. They want an interview out of me. They want a response. They want a reaction. They are now, what I can see what they're doing is they're on a mission to defame me and the kind of person that I am. They want to create this narrative where I look like I'm a scam or I'm a con artist that's trying to sell this purple rice, that's trying to sell expensive tickets to a workshop. They want me to look like they want me to look a certain way. And that was clearly apparent last night to me with the type of questions that the journalist or the reporter kept asking me. She was baiting me. She wanted me to say something so that they could catch that soundbite or catch that image so that they could then put it on their show, A Current Affair. Now, I want to backtrack, okay, because then I went home last night and I went and read the email that they actually sent me. And this is what they said. The headline was TV interview opportunity. She says, "Hi, Taylor, my name is..." her name, and then "I'm a senior producer at A Current Affair at Channel 9. I've been staying across the media coverage you've been receiving in the last few weeks, and I've also just seen your most recent YouTube post. We would like to give you the opportunity to sit down with our reporter to answer some questions and clear up any misunderstandings that have been reported on of late. I'm more than happy to have a phone conversation with you beforehand and chat about what will be discussed and any concerns you have. I look forward to hearing from you." Now, this was sent last week. So it was sent last week. And because I did not respond to them in the time frame that they wanted me to respond in, or respond at that time, obviously were expecting for me to respond, I don't know, within the day, within a few days, I don't know, within that week, obviously. Because I didn't respond to them, they then thought that that gave them the right to ambush me last night after I had walked out of my birthday dinner, ambushed me, shoved a camera in my face. They knew I had my baby there. They knew I was by myself. What they did last night was so calculated, and I'll tell you why, because they are watching my every move. I know they are. I know journalists are watching. They are trying to pick apart anything that I say. They want to make a story out of anything, basically. They have a purpose to attack my character. They want me to look a certain way, right? And they would have known that I was at Banksy on Sunday in the city having lunch with my family, right? I was in a big group setting. I had my family there. My husband was there, my kids. And yet they chose not to ambush me at Banksy when I was with my family. But when they saw me post last night, they saw that I was by myself. I was with Hendrix. I was out at night at a dinner. They chose that opportunity because they knew I would be in a vulnerable position. They knew my husband or my family was not going to be there. And so they chose that opportunity. They sent a camera crew down there and waited in the car park for me to walk out of that restaurant, to shove a camera in my face, and a reporter asking me ridiculous questions over and over and over again, knowing full well I have my child with me. I am not going to be in any type of position to stand there in the evening with my friends and do an interview with them in the middle of a car park. Like, how rude disrespectful and inconsiderate do you have to be to think that that is actually okay to do to a mother? And talk about things that they, to be honest, they didn't in this email, was not what they wanted to cover in here. The impression that they gave me in this email was like they genuinely wanted to give me the time to go over, clear up any misunderstandings that had been reported on of late. They made out like they sort of, had good intentions. They kind of wanted to do the right thing by me, give me a bit of a platform to share my side of the story. What happened last night was completely different. They ambushed me. They asked ridiculous questions over and over and over again, kept pushing until they got any kind of reaction out of me. And the tone of it and how passive aggressive they were was completely different to the tone of this email and how they made out like they actually cared and they wanted to give me a chance to have my say. They knew full well that they were going to catch me off guard last night. They knew full well that I was not going to be expected to have an interview in a car park in the evening with my child. They knew that, and they did that on purpose because they wanted to rattle me. They wanted to intimidate me. They want to make out like they are the stronger sort of force. They are more powerful, and that they, have control. They have the majority. They have the power, right? They wanted me to feel that. And obviously I'm not a dummy. I knew exactly what they were doing. I was never going to fall for that trap. And I got my girlfriends, they helped me to the car, packed my son into the car, made sure he was safe, got into the car, locked the doors and drove off. Did not answer any questions, did not give them anything, did not look angry, did not look pissed off, nothing. I did not want to give them anything because I don't owe mainstream media anything. If people want to read what they see on mainstream media and believe that, fair enough, go for gold. That's your life, that's your opinion, your beliefs. You can do whatever you want. But if people are genuinely interested in what I have to say and they want to know, okay, what is this girl actually going on about? What is this whole thing, this like whole hype and drama that they're trying to create now where they're making me look like to be this wag who's just a wag, has no qualifications, is selling this expensive purple rice and overcharging for her workshops. They want me to look a certain way. So if you kind of can see behind that or see through that, if you can see through what they're doing, come to my pages. You'll see what I'm all about. It's on public. All of my posts, you can see my highlights. I've got my YouTube channel. I've posted videos on there. I'm about to do more vlogs because I really want, I don't feel like my posts are cutting it anymore. Yes, they're cutting it, but not to a point where I feel like I can connect better when I'm live on this, live on this video, but also just when you can see something visually and how someone is and their mannerisms and how they behave, especially in a home environment with their husband, with their families, you can have more of a connection with that person because what they're trying to do right now is dehumanize me. They're trying to disconnect people from me. They do not want people to come and see and have sort of, a genuine connection and be like, hey, I resonate with what that girl or what that woman is saying. I can relate to her. I feel like she does too, They want to... I'm not going to keep saying what they want because I know what they're trying to do, and I know that they're watching this. So you can see for yourself, if you're a critical thinker, if you, have seen before what they've written about other people, if you can see how they construct certain narratives to pit people against each other and cause division and distract people with this whole other crazy story that has nothing to do with what the point of my message actually is, then you'll know what they're up to. So I really wanted to get on here and say this because I know full well if my husband had been with me last night, if I had been with my family, they would not have sent that camera crew down because if they had the opportunity on Sunday at Banksy when they knew we were there, and they didn't. They saw the opportunity last night and they took it. They waited for me for a couple of hours to walk out of that car park and get a dramatic reaction from me so that they could then use that in their segment in a current affair, which I don't know if they're going to use it. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they won't. Whether they do or not is it's irrelevant to me. Regardless, I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm still going to do my workshops. I'm still going to keep powering forward and moving forward and really bringing more people together and making people understand that we are all on the same side. There should not be this division. Whether you want to vaccinate or not, I wholeheartedly love and support your choice and what you think is best for your own family. I have many people in my life, many beautiful family and friends that choose to vaccinate, and I support them. I love them so much. There is no judgment. I support their decision, their decision to choose, because at the end of the day, only you as a parent know what is best for your baby. And I support people. I love when, people who are they don't agree with what I'm saying, but they're not assholes about it. And they reach out to me and they say, look, you know what? You're actually a decent person. And, we don't agree, but, we don't have to be so rude about it and unkind to each other and have to, fall into the mainstream media trap where they want people to fight with each other so that we are distracted, so that we don't look at what the real issue actually is. What are the real issues going on right now? They want us to be distracted. So they want me to look like this. I'm this crazy anti-vax person, like I'm heading up this whole anti-vax movement. And I've always said I'm not anti-vaccine at all. I'm pro-choice. I'm for informed consent. And I highlight vaccine injury awareness. That is what I do. If you vaccinate, I support you to choose what you want to do for your own family. I'm not telling people to stop vaccinating, and I'm not out here saying that, everyone should do what I'm doing, because that is unrealistic and it's not the truth. Everyone has the right to live their own life, and everyone has the right to make their own decisions in what they think is best for their own family, and that's it. I love you guys. I hope that clears it up, and yeah, I really hope that everyone can see this for what it is and feel me when I say I genuinely want the best for everybody. And I am so grateful for all the love and support and all the amazing conversations that are happening right now, because if anything, mainstream media, you have just given me so much more exposure. You have brought this conversation to the forefront of people's minds. Everybody is talking about it. Yes, some people are saying bad things about it and there's bad, crappy conversations happening. Yes, that's a given. That's going to happen. But on the flip side of that, there are so many amazing conversations happening right now. So many people are actually looking into this and questioning and saying, hey, what is this here? Maybe we should look more into it. Maybe we should actually read into a product that we are injecting into our children over and over and over again. Maybe there is something more to this. And it all begins with starting to ask questions, and that's what's happening. So I love you guys. Stay strong, stay positive, stay calm, stay focused, stay grounded. Remember that at the end of the day, I love you all, no matter what, and I wish you all nothing but the best, and I will chat to you soon. Mwah.